to Sassy Goes Keto. This is Sassy here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful cooking up a storm day, because I know I am. It is a chilly evening outside. A chilly evening outside. And we're having my daughter's birthday party coming up this weekend, so I'm going to be making a lot of goodies. I got to make half keto and some non-keto, because I got half of the family that's not keto and the rest of us that are. So I'll be making a regular cake and an almond cake, so that way we can divide it up. But today, it has been 1 year and a couple days since I made my very first keto moist almond cake. So today what I'm going to do for you is we're going to go through that recipe. I had quite a few of my followers. Thank you guys so much for getting me as far as I am today. I was never expecting it, but I'm glad that you guys are following me and you're taking this journey with me. So we're going to go through with my moist almond cake, and I'm going to take you through, and you guys are finally going to see the end product. I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees, so that should beep here shortly. And then we're going to go ahead and go through these ingredients and get these done. Sorry. I'm like, my mouth is just salivating. I'm like, I'm hungry. But that's okay. We're going to get through this. Making food and trying not to taste food is like so difficult, guys. So difficult. So I have lots and lots of stuff around here. I try to clean up a good area because I got birthday party supplies and pops and cakes and everything all over the place. I did all my dishes and caught up on dishes that needed to be cleaned that were in the cabinets. So we're ready to go. You know, it's like spring cleaning, but not even spring. You know how that goes. Okay, so on the moist almond cake that we are doing, some of the ingredients, I'm going to read off my little book. So it is time probably to redo it. I've been trying to redo it for a while, but you know, just don't have time to do it. So we're going to be using 3/4 of a cup of butter. I am using, oh, there goes the oven. I am using my Best Choice butter that I got. This one's frozen. I already have it. I was going to use Kerrygold, but my Kerrygold's down in the freezer. I did not bring it up, so I'm just going to use the real butter. And it is all real butter. It's nothing fake about it. It's just cream and salt. That's it. So I'm going to be using that for my moist almond cake. If you do use the Kerrygold butter, so good. So good. I mean, this is delicious too, but the Kerrygold butter just sets it up another notch. Gives it that little extra creamy taste. Very good. 1 cup of sugar substitute, which I'm going to be using my monkfruit. I don't have golden, just regular monkfruit, so I'm going to be using that. Usually I would be using the golden because it'll give it that little brown sugar extra taste. So, but I don't have any, so we're just going to do with what we got, so we're making regular. You're going to need 4 eggs, a half a cup of milk or heavy whipping cream, however you choose. I'm going to be using heavy whipping cream today. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1.5 cups of almond flour, a half a cup of coconut flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I'm going to omit the salt because my butter is salted. So yes, it's salted butter, so I'm not going to be using the salt in it. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I do 2 heaping teaspoons, so mound it up. It turns out great. I'm going to be baking this at 350 in a 9x13 pan, which I think this one's a 9x13. I am using the KitchenAid non-stick pan, and it might be bigger than that. Oh, what is that? Oh, butter. I'm getting butter everywhere. But yeah, that's what I'm using. It doesn't say anything on it. It just says KitchenAid. So this is what I'm going to be using. It's actually pretty big, pretty hefty. So I'm not needing something super big. I'm going to be making a chocolate frosting to go with that. The chocolate frosting is actually going to be on a separate video because I want it in a video all on its own. I've made it several different times, and each time it just turns out more and more good. Oh, more delicious. So, and on your cake, you're going to want to make sure to let it cool completely, or at least 3/4 of the way. I tend to be anxious and try to tear into it while it's hot. I mean, it still is delicious when it's hot, but when it is lukewarm, best time to eat it. Best time to eat it. I mean, oh, so good. Okay, enough jibber jabbering. Let's get to it. So on the recipe, I'm going to bring you down so that way I can get you eye level with my camera. I have my ingredients everywhere right here. So we're gonna get this cleared off and set up and ready to go. Now on your butter, you want to make sure that your butter is softened. I left mine out since yesterday afternoon because I was cooking pancakes for my daughter and I had some out, so I went ahead and used that because that way I don't have to worry about it. All right, let me get my bowl situated here and get these going. So it has been a good day. Okay, we're going to start off with, I'm going to be mixing all my dry ingredients together, so let's pull you down. And I got to go get my sugar because I did not grab it. Alright, so we're grabbing the monk fruit here, and I have a shadow. So, we're going to just move this down just a tad bit, a little over, and see if we can get that shadow to disappear. Let's see. How about that? There we go. You can see all my other ingredients just scattered all up in here, but that's okay. We're cooking. You're not a good cook if you're not messy. Messy is the best. All right, so what I have here is I'm putting my 1.5 cups of almond flour. I have a 1/2 cup of coconut flour here that I'm also going to be putting in there. And then I'm not going to add the salt because the salt is in my butter, and I figure that's going to be salty enough because we're looking. And I'm going to do 2 heaping teaspoons. And see, it's heaping up there pretty good. 2 heaping teaspoons of the baking powder. Let's see. And I'm not going to add my sugar or anything to that because we're going to put that with the butter. It turns out best when you do it that way. Alright, so now I'm going to mix this up. I did not sift because I don't have any of my ingredients in the refrigerator or the freezer this time because I've been trying to catch up on some cooking. I'm trying to switch up on my days to the weekends because my work days are pretty hectic. I have an odd schedule and it's sleep late, work late kind of thing. So I'm thinking about switching up my days to the weekends, and that way Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the days that I put out videos. So I'm trying right now. I'm just scrounging to catch up because I haven't posted as many as I wanted to for you guys because I still need to get my chili, my Frito pie. Yeah, my chili cheese Fritos. I wanted to get those out, and that'll probably be within this weekend too. Try to get that out. But it's my daughter's birthday, so there's a lot. I'm trying to cut off on the cooking a lot to get that done. Alright, so now that I've got that mixed up, I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to, grab my other bowl here. Alright, sorry about that. I thought I was prepared, so I'm going to get a nice clear bowl. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding my 3/4 cup of butter, which I already measured it out here. And I'm going to be putting it in there. It's already all softened. I just pressed it down to make sure that you get all the holes and gaps and stuff like that. If you don't want to use so much butter, you can cut this down to about a 1/2 cup, but I would not go any farther than that. Because then it's going to turn out really dry and really brittle, and you don't want dry cake and just crumble. I mean, it'd be really good if it crumbled on top of a yogurt or something like that, but yeah, we don't want that. Alright, so my eggs were sitting out. They are room temperature. So, it wouldn't clump up the butter because, you know, when it gets cold, it clumps it up really good. 3, 4 eggs. Alright, and get the 4 eggs going, and right now we are going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which I still have my teaspoon out. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla in there, vanilla extract. I'm just using a generic. I don't have my other vanilla coming in yet on my Amazon order. So we're going to use what we got. I'm not going to put the milk in here yet because I'm going to blend up the sugar, the butter, and the eggs first. So I'm going to need 1 cup of sugar. Last time I tried to skimp on the sugar because it was like when you're on keto for a long time, you ever notice that things start getting more sweeter? So I kind of skimped on it a little bit because I didn't want it to be too sugary. I thought it was very sugary. And it was good for me. So I'm not going to powder this. I'm just going to leave it regular. I'm going to leave that in there. So, and I'm just going to scrape this butter off here. I mean, if you want to use the powdered, you can use the powdered. It's fine. I just don't use the powdered. Alright, so now we've got our sugar, our vanilla, our butter, and our eggs in here. And I'm going to go ahead and mix all this up and get it mixed together. And then take and bring you guys right back because this is actually kind of noisy. So let me get this going. Alright, now that we've got this all mixed up and ready to go, see, it looks pretty good. It's still going to be a little chunky, but it's not bad. It's mixed up. The butter is going really good. So I'm going to be adding a half a cup of my heavy whipping cream to this. And then I'm going to mix this up slightly, just enough to mix the whipping cream in it. And then I'm going to add my flour mixture to this. Alright, quick mix. Let's put that there. And then I have my mixture here. Dry ingredients. Hopefully you guys are getting a good enough view here. I'm trying to keep you steady. And hear my puppy coming in thinking there's scraps on the floor every time he hears it going. So that's all the clickety-clacking in you guys hear. Alright, so now I'm going to take and add my coconut flour, and I'm just going to put it all in there. Usually I would do half and then the other half, but there's no reason to. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and then so it's not so loud, you know, I'll put it on and I'll skip through. Okay, so now I mixed it all up. I've got it all mixed up and ready to go. And I have this. I wasn't going to butter it or anything, but I just got through using all my butter that I had to line it with. So, I mean, it's got enough butter in it. It's not going to stick in here, so I'm just going to line it up. And it's going to be a pretty thick cake batter. It's not going to be thin whatsoever, or like runny. So, and for those of you new that you want to know what my channel is about, I like making, experimenting, and trying out new and keto recipes. I was thinking about doing another channel that had to do with all my old time recipes before I went keto for other people. So, and yeah, I love experimenting, finding out new things, making non-keto products, keto products. You know, give a variety so that way it doesn't get boring. You don't want boring. So you want to be able to stick to this. In order for me to stick to this in my journey, then this is what I love to do. Make it interesting, keep it interesting, so that way I don't fall off the wagon, and it also helps my husband as well. Alright, so I'm expecting to feed quite a few people with this. So this is why I am just putting it out, making it smaller or bigger than I normally would. I would normally put this in a smaller dish so I can get a much bigger cake. But I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Alright, so now I got this patted down, sprinkled off really good into areas. I'm not going to fool with it anymore. I'm going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees, and I usually put it in for about 30 minutes. Since it is a thinner layer, I might check it at 20 and see how it does. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and then I will bring you guys right back. Alright guys, I just took this out of the oven. It is super, super hot. So I don't want to touch it too much, but as you can see, it's not sticking at all on any of the sides, and I didn't even have to put anything in it. So I'm going to let this cool all the way, so that way I can get it out, and then I'll take and cut you a little piece, and then I'll just have to put the piece back for tomorrow, but that's okay. So it is done. It turned out very golden brown. Very bouncy. Oh, so delicious. So I'm going to let this cool. And it took me the full 30 minutes in my oven. When I make it in my new wave oven, it also takes me 30 minutes as well at 350. So this is golden brown the way I wanted it. I did the poke test and it came out just perfect. So let me get this cooled, and then I will take and put a piece on a plate and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, this is cooled off for at least 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it. Just in here. And let's see here. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, we're going to do 9 pieces. Alright. It is still hot because I didn't wait the full time. So I'm just going to bring you out a middle piece. And look at that, guys. Cake. Yummy. I kind of stole a piece of the other one, but oh. Mmm. Yes. That is delicious. Try to get it to where you guys can see without the shadow. Very good. Very delicious. It rose up just fine. So soft. Yummy. You guys gotta try this. And I'm going to be putting some frosting on top of this, but I am not going to do it today. I will make a separate video for the chocolate frosting that I had. But you can also make a cream cheese frosting to go on top of this. Half a stick of butter, half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and 1 cup of your powdered monk fruit or powdered swerve. Whatever kind of sugar that you guys actually use, you can put on that. So let me bring you up here. And so delicious. Let's see. Yummy. Very good. I'm like bouncy, flaky, cakey. Best cake that I've had so far that resembles cake. It's good. Yummy, yum, yum. So thank you for joining me for the moist almond cake, keto moist almond cake part 2. I've been wanting to get this out for you guys for a while, and I figured, oh, might as well get it done. Everybody's been asking for it, so there you go. There is the end result of the cake. It is not oily whatsoever. It is very, very delicious. Can't wait to put some decorations on it and eat it. I might even eat a piece for a snack, but I can't. It's for tomorrow. Okay, so you guys have a wonderful cooking up a storm day, and thanks for joining me with this recipe, and we'll see you guys on the next recipe. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.